Hi everybody, Ollie here, aka Secret Nimbus here, another episode of Magic Duels. So for today's episode we are back with the Reanimator deck for one more video, and then I've got to come up with a new video for Friday night at the moment. Haven't decided what I'm going to be doing yet, but I'm sure I'll think of something. So we're just going to start off with an island. At the moment we're just working our way up towards maybe like Tower Geist on turn 4. We'll also think about Mindwrack Demon potentially, and then we've also got the Necromantic Summons to bring something back. So we'll also be looking out for something like an Oath of Jace or something else that we can use to dump cards into our graveyard and then reanimate them using the Necromantic Summons. I'll tell you what, last night guys, I went round a friend's house and actually did some Eternal Masters drafting. I don't usually play Paper Magic, but my god was that fun. Like, I've not drafted or played that much Paper Magic before, but I had a damn good time. So I kind of drafted myself a white and black kind of sacrificey deck, so lots of black sacrifice and a few removal spells and stuff like that, and then also what's what I'm looking for? Yeah, lots of black sacrifice and a few kind of like smallish white creatures and a few other kind of controlish cards to see me through. It was good. I didn't lose all my matches, which I was expecting to do. Yeah, I also so I won a few matches and I had a lot of fun, which was pretty sweet. So yeah, it was pretty good to do that. So we triggered Delirium there. We almost triggered Delirium there. We managed to get an Ever After, Possessed Skaab and a Swamp into our graveyard. So what else do we need to get in there? We need to get like an instant or something else into our graveyard, I suppose. Or just use it to block Kalatas at the moment. So we are going to lose 4 health while using him at the moment. So he's just going to allow me to punch myself in the face, essentially. Ouchies. Okay, that actually works for me. I've got a Languish, which is quite nice, so I can now Languish, swing for 4 in the air, and then just Languish Kalatas, which is quite nice. What's he going to do? Is he going to... Okay, that really works for me, because basically I can just Languish now anyway. So he gets himself his little fancy zombie, but then at the same time we just Languish. Boom, which is what I was going to do anyway, and you got rid of that troublesome Delirium creature for me as well. So thanks for that, mate. That works out pretty well for me, and then we can then Necromantic Summons. What do we want to Necromantic Summons? I'm probably going to get his Kalatas back. Okay, we've got the Archangel Avacyn. Interesting. So what do I do here then? Got no other way of dealing with Avacyn apart from maybe just dropping Possessed Skaab this turn, bringing back Languish, and then destroying her next turn. I think that's probably the best play here. So pick up Languish. Here we go, and then we can destroy her next turn, which is quite nice. So he's going to be unwilling to really play out any other creatures, and then we can start bringing back things like his Avacyn, like his Kalatas, which is kind of funny. So we obviously won't be blocking this turn. Take another 4 damage there, drop down to 12. He's not played out anything else because he knows I've got the Languish in hand. Okay, we have Sire of Stagnation, which we can't play quite yet. We do need 1 more mana for that, but we are just going to pop the Languish here. Possessed Skaab does get exiled, unfortunately, but that is okay with us. So he does know we do have some graveyard recursion with the Ever After in our graveyard, providing he is paying attention to that, of course. Okay, so he does have Linvala the Preserver, although we are actually about to get ourselves an even bigger creature in the form of Avacyn with the Necromantic Summons. We do have 2 sorcery cards in our graveyard, yes we do, which is quite nice. So we're just going to Necromantic Summons your Avacyn, which gets us a 6/6. Awesome. So we do now have a blocker for Linvala. And then what we're probably going to do next turn is either grab his Linvala. He's always got Declaration in Stone or Avacyn. Okay, that's not particularly good. So now I'm in not such a good place. So I was hoping to be able to block with Avacyn against the 5/5, but it doesn't look like it's going to work out that way, unfortunately. So we even need our own Linvala, which obviously won't be in our graveyard. So what do we do here then? I'm thinking maybe just drop Tower Geist for now. We do have Sire of Stagnation. Probably should have played that out, which is a bit silly of me, but that's fine. Okay, we'll grab the other Tower Geist. Do we play? Yeah, we're going to play Jace out. Reason being is that's going to allow us to start dropping things like Alhammarret, Sire of Stagnation, and Gaea's Revenge. So we probably want to do that next turn. So we probably want to dump Alhammarret into our graveyard and then use it as a blocker against Linvala. So he's going to Reave Soul our Tower Geist. Oh no, he's going to Reave Soul our Jace. So and okay, he's got double Reave Soul. That's not particularly good for us. So that makes me a little bit sad, Panda. So I don't think we're going to win here somehow. Unless I've got some way of dealing with that, which I don't think I do. We're going to Telling Time, or do I rise from the grave? Don't really have anything that I can rise from the grave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's just play out another Tower Geist, I think. Use it. Hopefully, use it as a blocker again this turn. Yeah, we just have to grab a swamp. Play you out. So if I Telling Time there, I would have been able to rise from the grave. Nothing of use, really. So I wonder if he's going to swing, which I'm assuming he will. Force the lethal, so we're just going to have to block you. I'm just going to pop the clue, I think. Draw a card. Hopefully we find something good. Necromantic Summons is okay, except it doesn't really help us out because we still don't really have anything that we can bring back. Okay, got Oath of Jace. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If we find a mana here, we might be okay. So we're going to drop, yes, we found the mana, so we're going to drop Gaea's Revenge and Alhammarret into the graveyard. Play out an island, then Necromantic Summons our Alhammarret. There we go, gives us a 7/7 blocker. We don't want him playing Planar Outburst. So target player sacrifices an attacking or blocking creature. So at the moment we can't really block. We can't attack with Alhammarret anyway. But we have prevented him from playing the Planar Outburst. Yep. So he can't just immediately sweep away the board. Although maybe that would have actually worked out better if we had gone for the one which would allow me to attack as well. Although at the moment I'm not going to be attacking until I've got something else to attack with. So he's just going to swing with these two. So I'm assuming he might just Languish after this. If he does... So what's he got? Celestial Flare. Oh, right. Yes, I definitely should have... Yeah, I definitely should have chosen Celestial Flare in that case. I thought it was only attacking creatures, but no, it is attacking and blocking creatures, so that is completely my bad. Okay, we do have pieces of the puzzle. So we're just going to drop the Sunken Hollow there, and then I think we're just going to rise from the grave. We're just going to grab our Alhammarret back. And then Grasp of Darkness, Planar Outburst, or a Languish. I'm going to grab the Grasp of Darkness there. Reason being is that he can't just immediately kill. Well, can't kill anything else we try and drop in future. Planar Outburst might be an okay, but I'm just going to be sacking this anyway. And then we're probably just going to Telling Time. Try and find another recursion spell would be quite nice. So I wonder if he's going to swing. He is, so he's going to block. And what's he got? What did he draw? Is what we're worried about, basically. So that they're just both going to die. Has he got anything that he wants to play out? Nope. Pause. God's sake, game. Why would you not let me pause and do the Telling Time there? Almost worried me. Okay, so we're going to grab the Necromantic Summons, we're going to grab the Languish. So I'm wondering what he's got. So we're going to try and draw out the... so we're going to play out the Sire of Stagnation. stop him playing any more mana out, and then I think we're just going to piece of the puzzle as well. And then find another piece of the puzzle. We do have Ulamog in our graveyard as well, so we could potentially Necromantic Summons that. Would make it indestructible as well, which is kind of awesome. So it would be immune to planar cleansing. So he's got nothing here. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Don't know why he didn't play out anything there. That was bizarre, but I'm going to swing with you. Pushing down by 5. And then we're just going to Necromantic Summons. Ulamog? Yeah, let's go for Ulamog. So we know that's immune to planar cleansing. And then we're just going to skip on. Oh yeah, we also get a Prized Amalgam back, because that has ended up in the graveyard thanks to one of our pieces of the puzzle, I believe. So this is getting a little bit tense. Do with another recursion spell ideally to bring back his Linvala. Okay, so he's got Tragic Arrogance, so wondering which creature he's going to choose. Probably my Prized Amalgam, I would assume. Yep. So that was a pretty good spell for him, and he's just going to Grasp of Darkness it. Okay. So we need recursion at this point. I know I've still got some in there. Okay, so this piece of the puzzle. We're going to find Necromantic Ever After. He's actually an awesome spell here. So, what do we want to bring back? We want to bring back Ulamog, and we want to bring back Gaea's Revenge? Yeah, Gaea's Revenge. Okay, so we know this one is immune to his Planar Cleanse, and then this one's just going to swing 8 this turn. Oops, daisy, go on then. So have we somehow managed to pull this off? I thought this was a loss, and then somehow we managed to hold out long enough to actually make our graveyard recursion work for us. Don't know how we've done that, but we've somehow done it. We have almost milled ourselves down, which is kind of interesting. Planar Outburst does not affect Ulamog. Sorry for that, mate. So that's you deaded. I believe. I'm hoping. So he's going to swing with Ulamog and then pray that he's got nothing. Celestial Flare could get us, actually. Has he got Celestial Flare? Oh, he's got Celestial Flare! Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, that is just sad panda. I was like, oh god, has he got Celestial Flare? No, what am I doing? Just saw 2 mana open, I was like, oh god, that's just awful, isn't it? He's got Gideon, okay. So we need a recursion spell to basically at this point bring back Gaea's Revenge. Do we have any left? Hang on, let me have a look see. So we've used both of our Ever Afters. It does go to the bottom of our library. How many have I used? That's not it. So we've got, let's have a quick check. There's 1 Necromantic Summons, 2 Necromantic Summons, 1 Rise from the Grave, 3 Necromantic Summons, so they're all out. So we've got 1 Rise from the Grave. So at this point I think I'm just going to have to Languish, because I can't obviously take that 2 damage. I thought I had it there, and then he just Celestial Flared. Ugh, my god, I should not have swung there. I realised, like immediately afterwards that it was a bad idea. Oh yeah, and we've just lost. I forgot about Gideon. Okay, so we did end up losing that one. Mostly to my own stupidity, I think. But never mind. So yeah, we'll give him that one. That was good from him. I enjoyed that. It was a good match. Let's move on to game number 2. Okay guys, here we are for game number 2. I'll double check who we're playing in a moment. This is, yeah, it's not too bad an opening hand. We've got the Sinister Concoction to get us a Linvala in the graveyard. I've got Possessed Skaab to potentially bring something back. Yeah, so let's move on. Oh, you never guess what I was doing before we started playing. So, in the interest of the non-disclosure agreement, I can't say what game I was playing, but I do have access to a beta for an upcoming game which I'm quite excited about playing. It's an upcoming CCG. Like I said, I can't really say which one it is, as it is under NDA, but I am looking forward to that lifting and then getting some footage out for it. I'll let you guys debate amongst yourselves about which one I'm on about, but yeah, I do have access to it, and I am currently waiting to be able to play it. Well, I can play it, but I just can't tell anybody about it. Unfortunately, can't do any footage, can't actually say that I'm playing it, but yeah, it's kind of annoying. Silly NDAs. But yeah, once that lifts, I'm really looking forward to getting some footage on the channel. I've been playing it, it's a ton of fun, and yeah, can't wait to show it to you guys. But yeah, for now, NDA. So at the moment we've got the Sinister Concoction to destroy a creature, we've got a Languish which is nice, Possessed Skaab to bring back said Languish. So yeah, it's actually looking pretty good. We've got an Ever After, so at this point basically we're looking to get a second creature into our graveyard. We do need a couple more mana as well to obviously trigger the Ever After. We have enough for Languish, which is good. And then so yeah, we're playing the rank 36 CJ Fasciato. Did I already look at that? Yeah, we're looking for Mr. Fasciato to actually do something here. Seems to have gone a little bit AFK, which is slightly annoying. Why would you do this? Also got my my phone back today as well. I decided to get myself a new phone around December, end of December, January. Got the LG G4. The other week it just decided to brick itself, got stuck in a boot loop. So after doing a little bit of research, it turns out that there was like a fault in a particular batch of the LG G4s where there's like a dodgy connection on the motherboard. So basically I had to send my phone away to have the motherboard replaced, and it now turns out that it got sent back today. So I've started to re-download all my apps to it, because I have to, whenever you send your phone away for like a repair, they always factory reset it, which is a little bit annoying, but it's in the interest of kind of like data, like preventing your data being stolen by somebody that might open up the phone and have a look at it, stuff like that. Because usually when you send your phone away for repair, it's not working, so they're not really worried about your data on the way out, but it's kind of when it's being sent on the way back. Okay, this guy has done nothing, so we're just going to keep playing. We do have a Necromantic Summons, which is quite nice, so... Okay, so this guy's just left, so okay, we'll move on to a third game then. Okay guys, here we are for game number 3. I'll double check we're playing in a second, as I wasn't looking at the screen at the time. Yeah, we've got the pieces of the puzzle here. I've got Ulamog as well. We've also got ourselves a Recursion card and a Possessed Skaab, so don't see this being too bad. So we're playing the rank 39 Chaos Theory. Nice name. Chaos Theory. I just like the sound. I've always liked the sound of that. I don't know why. It's just one of those weird things where just like the phrase Chaos Theory just has a nice ring to it for some reason. So we're going to try and get Jace down next turn, which will allow us to actually dump Ulamog into our graveyard, which is quite nice. So okay, so we're playing red, green, black, so some kind of Jund deck. So that was actually my idea for next week deck, was to actually play out a Jund deck, so go for something like Jund mid-range, because I really want to play out the Gitrog monster. So my idea was to actually like make a Jund mid-range and kind of base it around Gitrog monster, some removal, some ramp, stuff like that. Okay, so maybe this isn't this doesn't look like mid-range, as we do have the Thopter Engineer that's come down. So we'll obviously be languishing in a couple of turns' time potentially. So we're just going to take 1 damage there for now. Okay, so that's good. So we're on our way to getting Rise from the Grave, as we only need 1 more mana, and we also got enough mana now for Languish. So we're just going to pieces of the puzzle here, see what we can find. So Senor Chaos Theory is we're reviewing the cards, so we are going to grab Necromantic Summons, which is good, as we have Gaia's Revenge already in the graveyard, so we do now have 2 spells which we can use. We will just skip attack here for the time being. and this means that Jace will actually automatically flip as well, which is pretty sweet. So we're going to use him just to get Ulamog into the graveyard, and then he's going to be in his Planeswalker form, which is awesome. So that way we don't need to worry about languishing him. So he's just going to swing with the Thopter by the looks of things. Just realised that, like, if you look at that, the Thopter on the top of its kind of its drop down thing is like all in capitals. Oh, it is in capitals there as well. So we are just going to tap down Jace here then, which will actually flip him before he can trigger the Fleshbag Marauder, which is good for us. And then that still activates and sacrifices his own creature. Well, I was going to do that anyway, so works for me. Okay, so we're just going to drop the swamp here. I am simply going to... Do I languish here? Yeah, I think I do actually. Reason being is that I can't really afford to have either of these swing at Jace. So he can't really do anything apart from just pop his Evolving Wilds here. So we're just going to sweep away his board. +1 Jace. And then we either need to draw a mana next turn, or we're going to have to Telling Time to find one, so we can actually start bringing back things like Ulamog. So he's played out himself out an Evo Leap. Anything else? Nope. If nothing else, that actually works for me quite nicely. So do we have a Gaia's Revenge? We do have a Gaia's Revenge already in our graveyard, so I would love to get a 5th mana so we can actually Necromantic Summons it out this turn. So he does have some wastes in here as well, so the sixth basic land included now. 5th mana? Ooh, we've got a Sinister Concoction, which is okay, so we're going to play you out, and then we're just going to Telling Time, and then prepare for Necromantic Summons next turn, I think is the plan. So let's just +1 Jace as well, get him working up to his ultimate. And then, like I said, we're just going to Telling Time, hopefully find a mana in the next 3 cards. And that way we can then Necromantic Summons out a Gaia's Revenge next turn. And then we also can then rise from the grave Ulamog the turn afterwards. Okay, so you I probably want to destroy. So what do we dump into the graveyard? Piece of the Puzzle is probably the least useful one of these cards right now. So you're just going to just be destroyed. What else do we manage to get in there? Another Telling Time, okay. So he's going to Evo Leap that. And we're just going to Telling Time in response. So we want the island. And we'll take the Prized Amalgam. I'd rather have that in my hand for some reason rather than... So in hindsight, I wish I'd Telling Time first, just so we could have actually dumped the Prized Amalgam into our graveyard. But it's fine. So he does have himself his clue. She's going to pop this turn, so we don't have to worry about any kind of spells disturbing our Gaia's Revenge. Okay, so we're just going to drop the island. Necromantic Summons out Gaia's Revenge. Swing for 10. And then we'll just +1 Jace as well. So we can actually use Jace to replay Necromantic Summons, which is quite nice. Basically, if we do use Jace's -3 ability, we won't be using, because there's a bug with Jace's ability where basically you're supposed to exile any card that you use from the -3 ability, but there's a bug where it just goes straight back into your graveyard. So any card that we use in that fashion, we just being honest, we won't actually reuse. So what does Bearer of Silence do? You may pay 2 mana. If you do, target opponent sacrifices a creature. Okay, that doesn't really bother me, as I can just, flash back Necromantic Summons with Jace anyway, so... And depending what else he plays... Okay, so he does have his 2/1 flyer, which can't block. Yeah. So unless he plays out another creature, he's basically just dead anyway. So we do have... what's it called? Sire of Stagnation, but we're just going to -3 Jace. We're going to choose Necromantic Summons. And then we're just going to... Oops, a daisy. Always helps if we can actually find the card we want. Scroll down, cast this card, bring back Gaia's Revenge. When it resolves. There we go. Very weird. and then just swing for turn. Like I said, this one can't block. Come on. Get a little bit of lag here. Either that or he's quit. So I'm assuming he may have decided to quit here just by the fact that, yeah, game syncing. So I'm assuming he might have quit or disconnected. There we go. So maybe just some lag, but we did win there because of the Jace. So Jace working double time there to get Ulamog into our graveyard if we wanted it, but also then flashing back our Necromantic Summons. Okay, so a couple of good wins to finish off there. Well, I say a couple of good wins. One was a bit of a freebie, but that one was pretty fun. So that is going to be the end of the episode for now. Like I said, we're going to be running probably a Jund mid-range deck for Friday, so hopefully that will all be in place. But I'll leave it here for now. As always, guys, don't forget to comment and like if you enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.